Welcome back. My daughter actually asked me to do a bed leveling video for her Tronxy. She's having a little bit of a problem getting bed adhesion going on, so she'll print parts and they'll start delaminating from the bed rather than sticking. There's a lot of reasons that can happen, but I think specifically in this case, the hardest thing to do in printing is getting a good first layer and even knowing what that's supposed to look like. Because if you go too tight, you'll cause issues. You can cause shoveling and rough prints and all sorts of issues with that, and overpressurizing your nozzle and skipping extruder, etc., etc. And then you go too far up and you're just dragging the filament all over the place. Both of those are at least visible right away. The other issues are if you're almost tight enough or almost close enough to the bed, it'll print for a bit and then it'll pop up, either completely pop off, it'll just warp and part of it comes up, and either which way it kind of screws up your print. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in a little bit of a tutorial on Idea Maker, I believe it is, she uses. I personally use Simplified 3D mainly, but I grabbed the Idea Maker to help her out, show you how to make a model in the center of your bed, and then we're going to create a skirt that is on the outer edges that we're going to actually use to print, and we're going to then slow that way down so we can actually see it print at a really, really slow speed and adjust the bed knobs to play with the height. Makes it really easy, and there's no chaos, and you don't have to worry about screwing up a print or anything like that. So anyways, here we go, and take a look at this, and then we'll come back and do it live.
So we're going to open up Idea Maker, mainly because that's the one that my daughter has, and I'm not very good at it, so we're kind of working through it together. The first thing you're going to do, of course, is add your cube, which I already added. You can get any cube from, say, Thingiverse or what have you, but we don't really care what this is. You just want it kind of small to be in the center of your bed. And at this point, from what I've gathered, is if you go to start slicing, you've already got your template that's in there. You could have got it from somebody or created one, and if you double click that, you're now into the editing of that template. And I actually had skirt only. Brim actually attaches it to the edge of the model, and raft actually goes up underneath it. I don't want any of that. We only want the skirt. And then there's nothing to specify exactly how big, so if you go to advanced settings, you can actually get whether you have the skirt and the brim here, and the skirt loop lines. I'm going to go with 3 to give us plenty of time and speed to be able to see what we're doing. And then I offset it 40. I'm going to say 45 just to see how that looks. And then hit OK, save and close on that, and then hit slice. And that's gonna, then we're gonna hit preview so we can see what it looks like. And as you can see, it's gonna create, in here you got the model in the center, and it's gonna create this skirt on the outside that's 3 lines or 3 layers or whatever, 3 lines I guess thick. And what we're going to do is we're going to print this thing really, really slow. And as the print starts, we're going to slow it down even more. And you're going to actually, as it's slowly moving along, it's going to give you the time to level each of the corners of the bed. And you get the perfect layer. And it also allows you to play. That's probably as much important. So, alright, so let's take a look and see what it does when we actually print it. So at this point we're going to close the preview down.
Okay, we're watching this. Obviously it just extruded a little bit of plastic. I've already shut the speed down. If you take your knob or your buttons and you go to the left on the main info menu, it should just automatically just push it and hold it, and it'll slow your overall print down. And I'm down to 30% now, and unfortunately it's 30% of 30%, But as you can see, it's going very, very slow right now as it's printing its first layer. And let's try and zoom in so you can see better. But it's really, really slow. Forgive me, I'm messing with spongy things. So the idea behind this is as it's printing, you can actually be live adjusting the bed. And I'm going to slow this down even more. 10% I think is the lowest it'll go. And you're actually watching it print and seeing what this layer line looks like. And you can have plenty of time. It's like I'm watching, I don't want to mess with it, but I can adjust up and down. And you can actually play, and you can do this corner, and then when you cut back over here you can mess with this corner and you can check to see how the layer lines are doing, and it gives you plenty of time to do all 4 spots. And what you're looking for is you don't want it to be just like smeared on there. You want a nice layer, but it should be flat. Think of it like if you took a toilet paper roll and you squished it in half. It's going to be kind of oval. And that's the layer that you want. So, and this is really just a really nice trick to be able to actually see what it is you're doing as you're doing it. And it just really gives a nice ability to see what the layer looks like. And you can see like that spot right here, this was kind of the beginnings of it, as it was just kind of stringy at the very beginning. So I wanted to show kind of a closer up view. It's hard to see, but this is the layers that I have. And if you look, this was the starting point. I know that was one of the things that I had issues with when I was first starting out. Everybody talked about a good first layer and, you know, how important it was. And I just literally didn't know what the heck I was looking for. I ended the print, so it obviously had a little bit of hang, like right there. That was where it actually ended. And it gets hot, but you can kind of see that's what you're looking for. And if you can see it, the bed as a whole, this is the glue. If you can kind of see that I have it all the way to the edge. And it's not thick, it's just a nice layer of glue. And I specifically use this purple stuff. It goes on kind of purple when it's wet, and as it dry, it kind of gets clear. And anyways, there you go.